The 6 contractors working on the 6 Adenta-Madina Highway footbridges assured President Akufo-Addo of completing construction by the end of April. The bridges located at Firestone, Zongo Junction, Redco, Ridge Junction, SDA Junction and Adenta until November 2018 were awarded and had been partially completed. The footbridges became a subject of concern after a series of deaths through knockdowns, including a female student who was killed in November 2018. This sparked spontaneous riots by residents who were demanding a completion of the footbridges. A citizens' count claims that 194 persons died on that stretch in 2018, but police put the deaths at 24. My colleague Nancy Dosi is currently on that highway. She'll tell us exactly where she is and what she has observed with regards to the completion of these 6 footbridges. Nancy, what can you report?
Hello, Bernice.
Hi, Nancy. I'm sure you've taken a drive along the highway. What have you observed with regards to the completion of these 6 footbridges?
All right, so Bernice, we started from the Atomic Junction area and we observed throughout to the Adenta area. What I can say is that when we got to the Atomic Junction, or specifically the Firestone area, the structure was still not completed, the bridge was still not completed. You could still see that the bamboo sticks were still used to support the structure that was there. The next stop was the Medina Bridge. You know, the Medina Bridge has been widely spoken about because a lot of people say that they actually want to use it, but it's not being done. But we observed that the Medina Bridge, one side of that bridge was done. So we are coming from Tatakwashi Try to Medina. The one to your right side is completed, but the engineers are working on the left side of the bridge, and so it's not usable, even though I've seen that they've completed the left side. The handles have been fixed, it's been painted, it is done. The engineers are working on the other side. Then we moved to Redco. Redco also has a problem because it wasn't done. One side, the right side, was still not completed at all. In fact, that one didn't even have structures or bamboo sticks fixed on them. But on the left side, they were done. They were still supporting it with the bamboo sticks and some of the sticks. And so that's what we observed. So from the Redco Junction, we came here to the Ridge Junction area. The Ridge Junction area, I must say that they have completed their work. In fact, what the engineers are doing now is painting these handles that have been fixed and also doing finishing touches to the staircase on the floor. We observe that a lot of people are already using this staircase, and so for here residents are using. I haven't seen a single individual crossing the road by himself. But what I also do observe is that at the other side, as the SDA junction, which we know a lot of schools are closer to, it is also not done. The bamboo sticks are also on those bridges and it's not usable, so you still have people crossing the road indiscriminately and jumping over the barriers that have been created. Then the last stop was at the Adenta Bridge. You know, the Adenta Bridge has been spoken about a lot of times because of the lady of the student of the West Africa Senior High School that was killed on that particular road. But I must say that when I got there, we saw contractors still on site. In fact, we saw vehicles. I don't know what kind of vehicles they are. I cannot describe. All I know is that they are used to stir the concrete. Those kind of equipments were the ones there. And so I can say that out of the 6 footbridges that have been, supposed to be done by today, which is April. Today is 30th of April. Just one of these bridges have been completed, and this is where I am standing, the bridge at Ridge Junction. That is where it's done.
Nancy, if I get what you mean, especially at the Ridge Junction area, it is the only bridge with 2 sides completed, and so it is easy for people to move from one side of the road to the other and vice versa.
Exactly, Bernice. this is the only bridge. You know, I talked about the fact that the Medina bridge had just one side fixed. This is the only bridge that has two sides fixed, and so if you can see, there are people moving in and out of the bridge. But Bennett, what I want to do is that when we got here, I had quite a number of people asking whether they're going to pass over this very long bridge. So if you wouldn't mind, let's just take a walk, because let's find out the distance, because they say that when you climb the stairs, it takes a very long time for you to get to the top. In fact, it's like a zigzag. So look, I'm sure you can see from where the contractors are working, right down to climbing the stairs to where we came from. Then we are now continuing to the top. And it's like about 150 meters, if I am not wrong. That's like 150 meters away from here. And then when we get to the extreme end on the other side, we climb back again, about some 50 meters before we are able to cross over the other side. I would really be interested in speaking to some of the people that would be climbing this staircase, but then we haven't met anybody yet, so we're hoping that we'll get somebody very, very soon to speak to.
All right, Nancy, but have any of the contractors been telling you why they have not finished per the deadline they gave themselves? And it's interesting to note that 6 different contractors are working on these 6 bridges, which means 1 contractor per bridge, because of the urgency in needing to complete this.
I must say that when I got here, I've been trying to see if I can find the engineer in charge of this particular site, but I have not been able to spot the engineer. I do not know whether he's on the other side, but I haven't been able to meet any of the engineers. Just maybe, let me just find out from the workers here. Hello, Mpacho, mo boss or around? Mo engineer boss no around?
No, boss no.
Who know your boss?
Spray inside.
When are your boss?
Spray inside.
Spray inside. When are your boss? No. And in Mpacho, spray. You know, how long will it take you to finish? Because me won't say this is the only bridge out of the 6 now waiting me. How long will it take you to finally put everything in place?
Hello.
Yeah.
We can finish today.
You can finish.
Let's spray. We can finish today.
Okay. So after the spraying, what's next?
No, don't need this. We just remove the papers. The one line at those places, we just remove the papers.
Okay. Then that's all right.
Yeah.
What's your name, please?
As from Kutoje.
Okay.
First guy brother.
Okay, so he says he's in charge of the spraying, which is the last thing they're doing, and he says that after that spraying, this is going to be the last thing they do, is to take out these papers, and then this bridge will be finally usable. In fact, it is usable now, but that will be the last stage of what is going to happen. So we haven't met the engineer, really the engineer in charge of this, but we have just spoken to the one in charge of the spraying, and hopefully we'll meet the other ones. But I see that a lot of people are coming, so maybe I'll try and get them and speak to them as to what they feel and what they make of this bridge that has been constructed. Hello. I see that you are in a hurry a little bit. Thank you very much. You live around this area?
Yes, I live around here.
Okay. How do you feel about this bridge being constructed already?
Actually, I think it's a good job done. And most importantly, it is going to curtail the rampant accident we have been experiencing on the road here. So I think it is good. It's good.
They are saying that there are so many people who are complaining about the fact that it's actually very long. Do you find it tiring also?
Yes, I agree with those who share that opinion, that it is very long. But because I don't have the technical expertise as to what went into the decision to make it this long, I cannot actually say that it is bad. But all in all, I think it serves a purpose for which it is.
It's certainly better than people crossing and dying on the street, I guess.
Yes, it's better.
What's your name, please?
My name is Samuel.
All right, Samuel, thank you very much. And so, Benis, you heard Samuel. Samuel is a resident. I mean, the complaint will come, but I think overall, they're concerned and they're happy that this has finally been done. Benis, so basically, if you see that side of the bridge, you see how the staircase goes. So you climb from down there, you walk all the way about 150 or 120 meters, you go up again, you take another left and then another right before you cross the main bridge. And so that is how far this work here on the bridge has been, Bernice.
Nancy, we will leave you to continue your observation, and definitely you will get some engineers, I believe, to speak to. We've been told that the reason for the design is to make it friendly for persons with disability, and so we'll be bringing you more on that. Nancy Emefa-Dradosi, we'll leave it here for now, but we'll bring you more on this. For what we know now is that one of the 6 footbridges on the Adenta-Madina Highway has been completed. Remember, contractors gave deadline of end of April. Today's the last day of April, and we went out to check if that deadline has been met. So far, what we have observed is that only one is functional and ready for use.